Is this your first time?
Yes.
Is this your first time?
Yeah.
Are you nervous right now?
I'm just not very used to be around many people. I keep to myself.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So all day and all night you keep to yourself?
Yeah, I pretty much more like I stay in the corners away from people.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
I'd rather not say. I
Oh,
like
okay.
to stay anonymous about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where you from?
Here in LA.
Oh, okay. But you keep to yourself because you're not comfortable around other people?
Yeah, I'm not very comfortable around other people.
You want to come up here?
No.
Because of time, what would happen if you came up here?
My mind would just go blank.
Right on.
Yeah, it'll just go completely blank. Like there's nothing there, and I'm trying to process what to think of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when you're around the reason you stay away from people, you don't know what to say to them?
Yeah, that's one of them. Or sometimes, I do not know how to communicate with them if, they say something that I do not know what to say back to them at all.
Really?
Or, just keep the conversation going, pretty much.
And so if someone walk over to you and say, hey, what's your name and where you from? You wouldn't know to say my name is Leroy and I'm from Alabama?
I'll just either I might not respond to them and just walk away, or I'll just say why are you asking me that?
Really?
Yeah, I tend to be suspicious, if someone asks me that out of nowhere, if I'm walking down the street to a liquor store or something.
So if you're walking down the street to the liquor store and somebody...
Yeah, I mean, that has happened. People are like, oh, who are you? I'm like, that's none of your business. I mean, I do not know why they would ask me that.
Right.
So, but,
amazing.
Yeah.
And so if you were to come here, what would happen?
Anxiety, and like I said, my mind will go blank.
Come and let's try it.
No.
Are you having the anxiety just by the invitation itself? By me asking you to come up, you have anxiety already?
Yeah.
And what's causing the anxiety?
I would say that I just do not like being looked at people. I'd rather be ignored and just be the one observing people from afar, if I could.
And who is telling you to feel that way?
No one's, just me, I think.
And who are you?
Well, I pretty much would not say my name.
No, but you're not your name, so who are you?
That's a good question, though. Without saying the name, though.
Right.
Well, I do not know how to answer that.
Are you your name?
That might be a very good question. Maybe or maybe not, though.
You're not your name.
I do not know. I'm being honest, I do not know.
Right. Do you have anger?
Only when I'm provoked a lot and I just want to be left alone. I tend to be angry, but other than that, I just tend to be calm most of the time.
So you have anger then? You're just calm anger until
Yeah,
somebody provokes you. So you have anger. Is this your friend?
Yeah, that's my friend.
You guys know each other, right?
Yeah.
Has he told you need to overcome your anger?
No, he has never seen me angry before. Maybe a few times, from
Well, he knows that you have it.
He probably suspects I might probably have it since he has seen me probably once or twice angry, and that's it.
Right. And do you want to overcome the anger so you can be free?
I don't think I'm angry all the time. I'm just, like I said, I get angry if I get in a physical injury or some random person.
How old are you?
I'm 26, so.
If you didn't have anger inside of you, could you ever get angry if you didn't have any at all? If it wasn't in you, could you ever get angry?
If it wasn't in me, I do not know. I think everyone has to have anger because I think it's part of our nature to survive sometimes in bad situations.
And why do you think that?
Well, if, let's say, you're in a situation where you're let's just say you're being attacked by someone,
well, we know that if you have a physical situation,
yeah, I just think
if you're trying to protect yourself physically,
yeah,
I'm
then
not
sometimes
talking
anger
about
is
that.
like a justification.
Well, when you get mad just because somebody asks you a question, is that normal?
It depends. What kind of question was it?
let's say that you're walking down the road
Uh-huh.
and somebody asks you for a dime and you get mad. Rather than saying, no, I'm not giving you anything, you get mad because they asked for the money, right?
No, I wouldn't get mad at that. I'll just say, oh, sorry, I don't have cash.
What makes you mad?
Something very intrusive, or like the consistency of keep on being intrusive when I don't want to like engage of it.
But why can't you just tell them none of your business without getting angry?
Oh, is it my tone the way it sounds?
What?
Wait, is it like, do I sound angry because of my tone?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, but I know
Okay.
you're angry because you have fear.
Oh, I would say it's more like I just feel like not the anger comes from more like I just want to be left alone, and the person just doesn't respect that.
But still, you're not supposed to have anger
Well, why not?
because anger is of the devil. Anyone that has anger is evil.
I don't know if it's actually evil or good, though. I just think
What's
it depends
good
on the
about
context.
anger?
Huh?
What's good about anger?
Well, doesn't sometimes the Bible refer to God being right, his wrath being sometimes considered righteous, even through?
Right, but he doesn't have human anger. It's not an emotion.
Well, how can you then trust God then if he's not human?
What?
How can you really trust something that isn't human then? Like
How
his
can you
judgment.
trust God?
Yeah, with like his
And
judgment.
he's not human?
Yeah, like his judgment, like when he flooded the city of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
It, to me, it kind of comes off like genocide, and they said his anger was righteous. But to me, it's like, how could I trust that judgment from him?
Do you believe, you trust God?
I don't believe in God, so I
Oh,
cannot
you don't
say-
believe in God?
No, I don't.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
And why not?
Well, to me,
Not
I
right
haven't-
on, but
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I do not have like,
I'm just saying right on for conversation fast.
yeah.
Why don't you trust God?
Well, I won't say, I do not know how I could answer that. Like, how could I trust something that I don't believe in?
But why don't you trust God?
Well, he doesn't exist though, but to play a hypothetical, let's say if he does though, even if like, let's say he does, I could not really trust something I could not understand though. If it's not human and it's capable of thinking and rationalizing, my questions will always be like, okay, if he killed the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, how could he justify that to me?
Do you trust yourself?
I would say it would be very dangerous to 100% trust myself, since I'm very prone to mistakes and sometimes very flawed actions.
So
But
you
it's
have
like-
no trust in yourself or anyone, not even God, right?
No, not at all.
Really?
But it's pretty much like, I don't think that it's impossible to trust yourself. You just have to find out like when it's the right time to do it. And for me, it's, you know, it might happen sometimes or not all the times.
Are you an atheist?
Yeah, I'm an atheist.
And what is, because of time, what is an atheist?
An atheist, like, okay, the word a is like, you know, an absence, and theist is like the belief in God. Just like, you know, like polytheist means the belief in many gods, or monotheist is like a belief in one God. So
Oh.
I just don't believe in a God though.
Maybe so you created yourself?
No, my parents did during some adult activities on October.
And so did you cause your own self to breathe?
I would say that's just the nature of my lungs and, you know, the heartbeat and everything of that.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you create your own thoughts?
That might be a very deep question. I will be honest, I do not know how to answer that. So
You don't know if you created your own thoughts or not?
that's a very good question. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, though. Sometimes people are influenced by things outside of them or by experience.
But you don't know if you created your own thought or not.
Not all of them. Some of them, yes, but not all of them.
And one last thing, when you have fear, where does that come from?
I would say maybe the fear is from past experience, pretty much.
How about when you're alone at night and you feel lonely and you cry at night? Why do you? Where does the loneliness come from? Nobody's around but you. No TV is on. You're not on the phones or anything. Where does that come from? That loneliness that you feel?
Actually, I would say I'm more in peace with loneliness than anything, which is, I know most people will not believe it, but I do think there's some peace when you're by yourself, pretty much, though.
So you're one with loneliness?
Yeah, because like I said, there's peace and there's just pretty much just you being with yourself, and you have to get to know yourself. And
So
then
you love loneliness?
I would say, in a sense, yeah, though, but I would not say.
Amazing.
Huh? Well, I would say it's because.
Amazing.
Yeah, I know it, but I would say it's because I tend to do things to keep myself busy, though.
You do?
Yeah, but then like
But if
if
you
I
love
stop,
loneliness, why do you have to get busy? Why don't you just be one with loneliness? Why do you run from it?
I don't think I run for it when
Then why do you get busy then?
It's because sometimes it's good to be busy. Like for example, exercise is good for my health, and that keeps me from,
Amazing.
yeah.
Well, only because of time. Thank you for coming anyway, man.
Okay,
That's
thanks.
interesting. Come back again.
I'll try to.
Oh, do me one favor.
Yes.
Come up here for a minute.
No,
What?
no thanks.
Why not?
I just don't want to though.
And what would happen if you came up here?
Like I said,
It would
my
just be
mind,
the whole world looking at you.
like I said, my mind will just go blank though.
But if you created your own self, that wouldn't be a problem, right?
I didn't say I created myself though.
And your
but-
mom and daddy did, right?
Yeah, they did by some activities on October. I mean,
Alright.
it's like, I think that's how most of us came here. It's like our parents did something. That's why we're here.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming, man.
Okay.